trending burning question powered by O General, American Tourister and Reva University.
Joining us on a day when Uddhav Thackeray has been dealt with, the ultimate blow is Mahesh Jethmalani, senior advocate, Rajya Sabha MP, and in this case, he's been the advocate for the Eknath Shinde group. And we saw you in court, Mr. Jethmalani, just after the Chief Justice of India, and in fact, we were broadcasting it live, the verdict, and we saw you were there when they cut to what we call the three-window frame, and you seemed very, very relieved. Mr. Jethmalani, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Thank you. The hard-fought victory spanned a long time, so it's a relief to get the verdict one wanted in the end.
Yes, but the other camp is claiming victory, Mr. Jethmalani. Why are they claiming victory and how are they claiming victory?
Well, I think, people who've lost out also clutch at pieces of straw. So, give them their due. I mean, they want to find something in the judgment. After all lawyers try to, soft pedal their losses with their clients. Nothing we could do. And, actually it's good for us. And there's hope down the road. So, you kick the can down the road and say, this judgment will come to our rescue at some stage. That's fine. But for the immediate consequence of the judgment is that the government has survived and will continue to survive. I don't think there's any danger to this government at all now till the rest of its tenure.
Absolutely. And I spoke to the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly, Rahul Narvekar, as well, and he seems to be in a comfortable position. He says, I've got my time. I will take my time to decide. I think he's got a free hand now. So one thing is clear, this government is stable. It's going to stay for a while. Now, Mr. Jethmalani, earlier while speaking to Republic TV, you called Uddhav Thackeray's resignation without facing a floor test as the crucial determinant to the whole case. Now, there is no scope for the opposition to claim this as a moral victory. What are the options in front of them right now? Is it a shut case for them?
No, I mean, they can pursue the disqualification applications. And there's always a matter which is pending in the Supreme Court, which the ECI has decided in favor of the Eknath Shinde, the simple battle.
Yes.
So interstate that continues, it's pending in the Supreme Court. That will come up sometime later this year, I presume. And the disqualification petitions which are pending before Narvekar. So these are the two issues down the road. But there's a very stable majority. I mean, all this is really academic.
Yeah.
Because the government has an extremely strong majority now.
Correct.
I mean, even when the vote of confidence for the Shinde government was passed, you saw how much cross-voting there was at that time in favor of this government. And I think that will continue. I mean, what I understand is that within the MVA, there are, in all the three factions, there are people wanting to join the Eknath Shinde Devendra Fadnavis group, but are being kept at bay at the moment.
One of the things, one of the observations of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice of India were that if Uddhav Thackeray had not resigned, maybe they had an option. They could have perhaps given it a thought. Who do you think was advising him to step down?
I don't know. I mean, he has a battery of lawyers, so it could be any of them, or it could be somebody within the party, maybe some some close confidant or within this party telling him not to face a defeat. It'll be too much for you to face a defeat on the floor of the House. It may be a legal source, it may not be a legal source. That's anyone's guess, and it's not worth speculating on. The fact is that it was legally a big blunder.
Yeah.
And that put an end. The day he actually resigned, Niranjan, I'd already said that there's no further battle left in this matter. Because once he resigned, the governor had to embark upon the task of forming a new government through that person who commanded the majority. And the Supreme Court has upheld that the governor, after the resignation, it upheld that part that the governor rightly called Eknath Shinde to form the government.
So much so that I remember that day I was standing outside his then official residence, and I remember the moment he left and the entire drama that evening. Today, even the Congress party is saying that he should not have resigned. So obviously, someone was giving him advice and they knew it was a blunder. But I'm leaving that aside. Mr. Jethmalani, the Supreme Court was deliberating on with respect to the powers of the governor. They've made some observations. The Speaker, they've made some observations. The position of chief whips in political parties. matters that opposition says went against the Shinde faction. What do you make of this claim?
Well, I mean, as far as the governor is concerned, it was not even necessary to go into it because the governor's calling a flaw test was not a determinant of the case. It was the final outcome of this case, which was that the BJP Sena government headed by Mr. Shinde and Mr. Fadnavis, that had nothing to do with the flaw test because the flaw test was never taken. So then to go into the academic question of whether the governor was right in calling a flaw test, right, actually was not necessary. But the Supreme Court has done it. I mean, they've said there was not enough material for him to decide whether Uddhav Thackeray had lost his majority and therefore to call for a flaw test. But in my respectful view, there was enough material about him. There was enough material which A, he had obtained through letters, and B, there was enough material which had come to him from the public domain. So there was enough material, but that's neither here nor there. It's not determinative of the case. No results are going to change because of that. But I respectfully disagree with the bench that there was not enough material before him.
Since
As
you're
regards
also
the Speaker,
yes,
very salutary guidelines have been laid out by the Supreme Court. They've said that Mr. Narvekar jumped the gun by recognizing Gogavle as the Speaker when he, as the Chief Whip, when he assumed the post of Speaker on the 3rd of July. He should have done a deeper inquiry. So I suppose Mr. Narvekar will take heed of that advice and find out who should be recognized as the Chief Whip. But of course, now new circumstances have taken place. So he'll have to decide that on the basis of those guidelines within the new circumstances that now prevail within the Assembly.
Yeah. Since you're also a parliamentarian, let me take the liberty of asking you a few political questions. Having blundered and having stepped down, and today he realizes that's his biggest self-goal, Uddhav Thackeray says Fadnavis and Shinde should resign if they have ethics. How do you respond to this?
I find the question of ethics, it's like the devil quoting the scriptures, for God's sake. Here is a chief minister who came to power out of pure lust for that office. He was in a pre-poll alliance with the BJP. He canvassed and secured votes for the Shiv Sena on the basis of his connection with the BJP. I mean, he extolled the Prime Minister, he extolled Mr. Amit Shah, and he extolled Devendra Fadnavis, who was then the outgoing Chief Minister, under whom the BJP had fought the entire campaign. Right? He breaks that pre-poll alliance only for the lust of the Chief Minister's office.
Yes.
He gives up years long of his ideological convictions, or what we thought were his convictions, and his alliance with the BJP only for the purpose of power. So he actually not only betrayed the BJP, his pre-poll alliance partner, but he also betrayed the people who had voted for that alliance. And this man is talking of ethics. I find that extremely strange. This had nothing to do with the case because the pre-poll alliance was not a factor before the Supreme Court. But the fact of the matter, when you come to ethics, there are other factors which determine what constitutes ethics. And his conduct in the pre-poll alliance, as I said, it's completely hypocritical for him to accuse anybody else of lacking in ethics.
I mean, today when you look back, Mr. Jethmalani, and we've covered the journey of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray very closely, especially we here at Republic sitting in Mumbai, we've seen how it happened. The manner in which he was chosen as the Chief Minister, and today the manner in which he resigned are the headlines, ironically. Now, Sharad Pawar has criticized Uddhav Thackeray's resignation. He says it wasn't done in consultation with the alliance partners in the MVA. Congress party on record today saying that looking back, he should not have resigned. Do you think today's verdict will have some impact in the MVA cohesion? It's not that the verdict itself needs to have some impact. There's already an impact in the last few weeks. We are seeing that. Do you think it's going to further deteriorate?
Yes, I mean, I think there are already signs of it, right? I don't want to say more, but there are cracks within all the three partners of the MVA. It was an extremely, ideologically disparate alliance, the MVA, how they cobble together with their internal differences, both ideologically and on the ground, cadre differences, etc., right? Personal enmities. And it's all very well for Sharad Pawar to write in the book now and the Congress to say in hindsight that Uddhavji should not have resigned. I mean, the moment they got wind of the fact that he was resigning, why didn't they actually prevent him from doing it? He could have withdrawn his resignation. There was enough time to stop him. So now, everybody is apportioning blame for the complete mess which the MVA government finds itself, and particularly Mr. Uddhav Thackeray.
My last question to you. Earlier today, Deepak Kesarkar, one of the ministers here in Maharashtra, said that soon those few MLAs who continue to remain with Uddhav Thackeray could switch sides now that this has happened. And you just said you stopped short of saying that you don't want to give away too much. Are we seeing some more political drama in Maharashtra? Are you anticipating it?
Yes, I'm anticipating it. I mean, but this is, I'm not on the ground in Maharashtra, but this is from what I hear from informed sources there.
What are you hearing?
That, yes, I mean, this is certainly going to have an impact.
What are you hearing?
Both between the alliance partners and, movements from those alliance partners towards where the power lies, which is what this is all about. The Supreme Court and the ultimate analysis can lay down high principles and all that, but ultimately, politics on the ground is about capture of power.
I get a sense you're talking about the NCP. Are you talking about any leader in the NCP?
No, I'm not talking about any particular leader in the NCP. That was a short-lived venture. I don't know whether anybody... See, the point is, I don't know who's got anything to contribute to the MBA. They should now really be to the Fadnavis-Shinde alliance.
Yes.
They should now focus on their own strengths, right?
Yes.
Of course, somebody who brings value to the party, who's a man of integrity, etc., should be taken.
Yeah.
Now, that's up to them. That's a political decision. Right? And no doubt they will take the right decisions. I'm not one to make any comments on that. But all I can say is that, yes, there is turbulence and you can expect things in the future.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Mahesh Jethmalani, thank you for speaking to Republic TV and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Dhananjay. Thank you.
Thank you.